Welcome to my channel Living Linux. In this video I want to have a quick look at Bianbu version 2.1, and as you can see there's been some earlier releases, also some release candidates, and the things that I want to show you is that, for instance, the VPU firmware is available now. So they have FFmpeg with hardware acceleration and also GStreamer with hardware acceleration. Unfortunately, it's not available in a browser, so YouTube videos, they will still have a lot of dropped frames, or you have to fall back to 480p. And well, they updated MISA, although I didn't see any significant changes in OpenGL compatibility, so I think it's still better to fall back to OpenGL ES. The other thing that I don't see here, and I'm not really sure where I read it, but Bianbu 1.0 that came with gcc-14, and with Bianbu 2.0 gcc-14 is available, and you need gcc-14 for better vector instruction support. And the other thing that is available in the repository is box64, and that lets you run x86 64-bit, so those are applications or games for Intel AMD that you can run it on RISC-V. Now, it's still work in progress, so don't expect to be running any complicated software, for instance like Microsoft Office. That's probably out of the question for now, but who knows in the future. But I have a very simple game that will show you that it is actually working. Now, on this website I wasn't able to find the download link, but in a forum I saw that on archive.spacemate.com that you can find the image in case you need to download it. If you already have an older version of Bianbu on your system, then you probably can just upgrade. I'm not really sure if it will go in one step or that it will go in multiple steps, but the upgrades should work. Now, a quick test of WebGL Aquarium. So yeah, it doesn't look like there's any significant change there. And with box64, what I tried to run was Stunt Car Remake, because that looks, well, at least to me, fairly simple. Yeah, perhaps just a coincidence, but the author is Petit Sep, and that's also the author of box64. Yeah, at the moment, at least on my Banana Pi F3, I cannot run that much with box64 at the moment. Even Stunt Car Remake is a bit too much, but I can try to show you. So yeah, you can run it like this, or you can just do like this. You have to make sure that the app image has the executable flag. So it does try to start it, but after this nothing really happens. I've waited for like a minute, didn't see anything happening. So let's close this one. So I found a very simple game, 2048, and that one starts. Yeah, it's a fairly simple game, although the objective is quite hard to reach, but the game mechanics are quite simple. So you just have to press the arrow keys, and then I'm not really sure on how this works, but yeah, you have to try to add these numbers up to 2048. So, but it is really interesting to see that it's really easy to install box64, because that's just sudo apt install box64. And then you can start experimenting with simple applications or games that are actually for Intel AMD. Now, like I said, gcc-14 is available, and when I tried to remove gcc-13, then it told me that it also wants to remove some more packages, and especially packages like Build Essential, Cargo. Not really sure about Bianbu development, but I thought, like, I want to keep those packages, and perhaps you can reinstall them, but I thought, like, there must be a more elegant way. So if we go here, so I found a website, linuxconfig.org, and they explained how you can have multiple versions of GCC and G++, and also a mechanism to switch between them, and that is with update alternatives. Yeah. So yeah, so in our case, you have to do one line for GCC, one line for G++, and then you have to change the numbers because we're on 13, and then also do it again for 14. And then with this command, you will get a menu to switch to a different version if you want to. And then also keep GCC and G++ in sync. Now, as I mentioned, they added the firmware for the VPU, or at least the driver. So here we have a 4K H265, 60 frames per second. So yeah, that's definitely not possible to do that on the CPU. So if we open MPV, And then we drop this one here. There are some stutters and it's not always stable, but you can see that this is really fluid. So this is definitely using the VPU, because we know that the CPU isn't strong enough to do 4K video decoding. So yeah, for me those are the highlights of the new version of Bianbu, version 2.1. Yeah, I'm really happy that they have gcc-14 and box64 in the repository, and that we have access to the video processing unit. So yeah, for the future I hope that we will get a proper driver for the Imagination Technologies GPU, and that we get proper OpenGL support. But yeah, so far I have not seen any communication from Imagination Technologies on a timeline, not even if they're actually working on it. But yeah, I'm really wondering what we have to do to get Imagination Technologies to be more open about this. So, but again, I'm happy with Bianbu 2.1. We've made some good progress, and hopefully, yeah, in the coming months we will see some more progress. So that's all for now, and I hope to see you again in my next video.